In today's class of Animal Kingdom, we will be taking upon the next phylum, which is called the Platyhelminthes. Now first we have to understand what is the meaning of this Platyhelminthes. See, platy word means flat and helminthes means worms. So the organisms belonging to this phylum are flat. These are completely flat, dorsiventrally flat organisms, so they are called as your Platyhelminthes. Now these organisms, Platyhelminthes, these are the triploblastic organisms which show the organ level of organization. So far we have seen the tissue level of organization, but these organisms show the organ level of organizations. These are acoelomate organisms, okay, and triploblastic organisms. The body is bilaterally symmetrical. So this is also one of the advanced characters. Most of these organisms are endoparasites. Some may be free living, are free living of course, and the best example of that of the Platyhelminthes is your Taenia solea, okay, which is the flatworm found in the that is your alimentary system, especially in the small intestine part of the human beings. Also liver fluke. As these are mostly endoparasites, so these are provided with that of hooks and suckers. Okay, the organisms are hermaphrodite, that means the sexes are not separate, and the fertilization is internal, and they have many stages, many larval stages. Some of the organisms belonging to this phyla has a great power of regeneration. You might have come across this term or this organism which is called planaria. And this organism, if you remember in class 10, you have read about that planaria shows a great power of regeneration. That means if a planaria is cut into number of pieces, each piece of planaria is capable of producing a new planaria. The organisms belonging to Platyhelminthes have special cells in their body which is called flame cells, which helps in the process of osmoregulation as well as excretion. So these are the various characteristic features of organisms belonging to that of Platyhelminthes. The next organisms or the next phyla in the animal kingdom to follow Platyhelminthes is called as your Nematyhelminthes. They are also known as your Aschelminthes. Sometimes they are also known as your Nematoda. Now why are they named so, or what is the meaning of this Nematyhelminthes or Aschelminthes? This means helminthes, you see students, helminthes means worms, okay. So when it is platy means flat, and when it is Aschelminthes or Nematyhelminthes, that means cylindrical worms, that means round worms, just like this pen. So it is round or cylindrical. So the worms which are belonging to that of your Aschelminthes, they are round worms, okay. And now there is these organisms are bilaterally symmetrical. They are free living also, they are parasitic also, and they are triploblastic. They are pseudocoelomate organisms, okay. So here is something changing from acoelomate to pseudocoelomate. And then another important characteristic of these organisms is that the organisms have separate sexes, that means male worm and female worm. So this is also one kind of advanced character which is found in case of the members belonging to the Aschelminthes. They have since some of them are parasites, so they have some parasitic characteristics like the presence of the hooks or the suckers through which they are going to take up the nutrition, but since some of them are free living also, so they have a well developed digestive system from mouth to the anus. So far if you consider the Platyhelminthes, the digestive system was incomplete, as because most of them are parasitic. But here, since there is a reverse thing, some of them are parasitic and some of them are free living, so there is a development of the digestive system in case of the organisms belonging to the phylum which is called as your Nematyhelminthes. These organisms have organ system level of organization, so little bit ahead of that of the Platyhelminthes, and they show direct mode of development. What is this direct mode of development? That means the larva and the adult worms are same, they look same. The fertilization is internal. The female worm is slightly bigger, longer compared to that of the male worm. They are free living, they can be aquatic, they can be terrestrial. They have a well developed excretory tube also, connecting or moving to that of an excretory pore through which the excretory products can be eliminated out. So that is also a kind of, you can say, advanced characteristic. One of the best examples of the organisms belonging to Aschelminthes is your Ascaris. So the Aschelminthes, the name can be related to that of your Ascaris. So Ascaris is the worm, a round worm, which is even parasitic in case of human beings also. And another worm is there which is called as your Wuchereria bancrofti. This is called filarial worm, which causes the disease called filaria or elephantiasis in case of human beings. So these are the various, you can say, advanced characters of the organisms belonging to the phyla of Aschelminthes from that of the Platyhelminthes. So today actually we are concentrating more upon the worms. Okay, so first we started with Platyhelminthes, the next is your Aschelminthes, and now we are going to take upon the third one, which is Annelida. Now Annelida, the word Annelida, this phyla, the organisms belonging to this phyla show metamerically segmented body. Now what is this metamerically segmented body? You have come across this term before also, but still let us revise it. That means kind of segmentation of the body in which the internal segmentation is coinciding with that of the external segmentation. So if you just have a dissection of the worm, that is earthworm is the best example belonging to Annelida, then you can find that the body which is having markings externally, same markings are internally also. They are coinciding with each other. So this kind of segmentation is called as your metamerically segmented body. The organism is bilaterally symmetrical, it is triploblastic, it shows organ system level of organization, and it is coelomate organism. Okay, so it is coelomate organism. It is neither pseudocoelomate nor acoelomate. So this is an advanced character. But one primitive character has come, and that primitive character is that the organisms are hermaphrodite. The organisms, as we have seen in case of Aschelminthes, they were separate male worm and female worm. Here it is not so. Here there are specific segments which are responsible for the formation of male gamete and female gamete. These organisms also have the power of regeneration. They have a closed type of circulatory system. So closed type of circulatory system found in earthworm is an advanced character. What is the meaning of closed circulatory system and open circulatory system is that when the blood or the fluid which carries oxygen, of course, flows in specific blood vessels or tubes, then we call that type of system to be closed circulatory system. So closed circulatory system is found in case of the members of Annelida, whereas if you go to a little bit more advanced phyla, if you go to Arthropoda, you will find that instead of closed circulatory system, they have again the primitive characteristic, that is they have the open circulatory system. So mix and match it happens. So and they have that is a nervous system, they have a nerve ring, they have ganglion. So you can see now the development of the organ systems are happening in the organism belonging to Annelida, which was missing in case of your organisms belonging to your Platyhelminthes or that of your Nematihelminthes. And these organisms have a special type of cells which is called nephridia, which helps in the process of excretion. So various organ systems development has taken place in case of Annelida, and the best example, as I told you, the organism belonging to Annelida is your earthworm. Besides this earthworm, there are organisms like Nereis. Nereis has a lot of feet on its body, which we call it as your parapodia, and that is also showing segmentation on its body. So these are the various examples belonging to the phylum which is called that of your Annelida. Okay, so today we have completed the three phylums. That is first was your Platyhelminthes, second was your Aschelminthes, and the last one is your Annelida, with the advanced and the primitive characters coming and going. So this way the proceedings towards the next phyla will take place in our coming class.